All right, it's time for what's called a back-to-back stem plot. So that's our instructions to do that. And notice that we have two different sets of data. We have boys and girls. So that's going to be, we're going to be comparing their test results by doing a back-to-back stem plot. So what's kind of harder about this particular problem is that up in the previous problem it was in order, and this is not. So we're going to have to analyze our data just a little bit so we'll know what to put as our stem on this plot. So let's look. I see 80s, 50s, 70. Need a low number. Ooh, that's 30. 40, 30. That's not good. Ooh, that's bad. Bless their hearts. And then let's look. So I see a 30. And since we have to do a stem plot for both people, we got to check both of them. Is there anything lower than a 30? There's another 39. Would they cheat off each other? No, I'm kidding. But I don't see anything lower than a 30. And I don't see 100 either. So do I see any 90? There's a 90. So I know at least I have one. So I think I need to go from 30s to the 90s, right? So I've already kind of set that up a little bit, thinking about you. So there is my back-to-back stem plot. So what we're going to do is we're going to list, like, you know, that 39 we saw there. So we're going to put a 9 there. And then the 39 we saw there, we're going to put there. So in this case, the 39 is that way and that way, right? Okay. And we'll have to talk about a key. I guess we're going to write a key. And it's kind of confusing because they're the same number. I guess we write is 39 for both genders. So that little thing right there means there's a 39 for both genders. Okay? All right. So I need you to go through and organize your numbers. So you can do this one of two ways. You just have to be consistent. I'm going to do the 40s with you, and then I'm going to ask you to stop the video and finish the rest. So let's see if I can do this. Where are all the 40s? I do this in a very strange way. I circle them so I can find them. So I can try to find all of them. Let's see. In order would be good. Crazy woman. And there's another one. Okay. So these are the boys, and so I have 2, 7, and 9. And so I have to put those in order. 2, 7, and 9. And then once I do them, I mark them out so I don't look at them again. You know, I'm weird about marking out my data. And then on the other one, let's see if there's any 40s for the girls. There's an 8 and a 4 and a 42. Ooh, bless. Okay. So you can do this one of two ways, and it doesn't matter. The 3 ones digits are 2, 4, and 8. You can either write it like this, 2, 4, and 8. So going away from the stem, so I guess the highest scores will be on the outside, like they're that outside here. Or you can go 2, 4, and 8. It doesn't matter, but whichever way you decide, then that's how you gotta do that. Okay? And I'm going to start with the smallest in here, smallest closest to this digit, and work out, but you could write 2, 4, 8. It doesn't matter. But just be consistent. So pick a way to do it. I want you to stop the video. When you come back, I will have it all filled out, and we'll talk about this back-to-back stem plot. All right, that took a minute, didn't it? Whoo! Been crossing out and circling, and here is what I ended up with. Just to let you know, I double-checked and counted all of these numbers to make sure that there were 30 total. There's 30 data points. And then I counted for the boys, there are 34 data points to make sure I didn't miss anybody. All right, now, so I would like to talk about the shape of this. So I'm going to turn it upside down. And when you do this, make sure that your stem goes from smallest to largest from left to right, so you can look at that correctly. So I see a lot of data over here on the right hand side, so I think to myself, self, where's there not data? And it's not on the left, so it's skewed left. You cannot turn around the girls. Okay, so let's say you did. If you did that and tried to read the girls' data, notice that you're going from 9 to 3 backwards. You cannot do that. Please don't make the mistake I did one time. Oh, it messed me up. So what you have to do is you just have to read it like this, but just it's going down instead of going up. You can still see that, right? There's still a lot of high numbers here, right? 80s and 90s, some 70s, 60s. Where is there not data? There's not data on the left, so it is skewed left as well. Okay? So both of these are slightly skewed left. Well, actually, they are skewed left. And that, remember, that's kind of what we said we wanted when we talked about grades. We don't, because skewed left means there's not a lot of low numbers in your range. Let me look, let's talk about that again. It's a big kind of connection. If you are skewed left and you don't have data on the left, that means that you don't have a lot of low numbers, because low numbers are on the left and high numbers are on the right. So if you don't have a lot of low numbers, you're skewed left. The data's not in the left. Okay? Same thing with the girls. You just got to look at it as it's going like down. But don't turn it around and look at it the other way. You have to go, this stem always has to go from smallest to largest. So don't make that mistake. I did that one time. I was like, oh man, I can't do that. So that is a back-to-back stem plot. Isn't that great? Okay, so we're both skewed left for both of those. I think the hardest thing for me on a back-to-back stem plot is if it's not in order. Putting them in order is just really hard. It just takes a long time. It's not. This is not a hard thing to do. It's very tedious to get the numbers in order. So if that's the hardest thing, that's not terrible, right? All right, well, thanks so much. That's a back-to-back stem plot. Hope you had fun. Bye-bye.